now we have Mr. Vikrant Shukla. I think he's a super meat man. He at the spark he generated related with the Magento meetups is really great. In 2018 and start of the 2019, he started to visit multiple cities so that he will be able to organize the Magento meetups with the local organizers and and all those things by his own expenses and all those things. So Vikrant is really doing a lot of things for the Magento community in India, and I think he used to involve all different meetups, and he is going to speak and he is going to join us is really very great. So Vikrant, over to you. I think we are going to learn a lot of things related with the Magento and e-commerce. What are the new trends? How the things are going on? So please.
Thank you, Mudit. I think you're setting up a very big expectation, at least for this session, and I think it's a very hard task to carry upon and keep the same energy amongst the listeners after Vinay. So mostly, whenever I had a chance to speak in any event, I always have seen when is my slot. Is it before Vinay or after Vinay, or is it alongside it? So Vinay, thank you. Thanks a lot. It's been pleasure hearing from you again, and I think we all from Magento community have been always very grateful to all the work that you have done for this community. You have always been there as a supportive member, and we all have always looked up to you. I would also want to thank my friend Vijay. He is the one who has actually, I would say, I look up to him in terms of helping out the community, because he's the one who started building the community in India. We all were doing it in a way or the other in the local regions, but Vijay and his team brought in Meet Magento India, and then that actually started igniting everything. So yeah, for this session, I think I am not at all prepared. I am just going to be speaking some latest things which I see, maybe from being an insider inside Adobe, and something which I believe that we as a community could always take ahead. I would just reiterate on few of the things that some of you might have already seen in few of the other places. For some of you, it may be new things that you might be hearing out for the first time. But yeah, I would just want to keep it very open, very simple, and open to questions if you want to ask something. Again, what I'm going to speak is not a company voice. It's just my observation from being a community member and seeing how the things are evolving. So the very first thing I would like to bring your attention is towards the holiday sales forecast that Adobe have released. I will just share this URL with you all on the chat as well. Maybe again, it's not something that is kind of a coding based thing, which both my friends earlier showed you, but this is more to do with how the e-commerce is evolving, and how you can see it shaping up, or how you can see it growing across the globe. And with this growth, obviously, you being the pioneer, you all doing lots of great stuff around e-commerce and developing it day in, day out, would see a good potential for yourself. So this is a dashboard. It's a live dashboard that Adobe has put forward, and there are key dates like Veteran Day, the day before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving. So what would happen is, what were the things that the people purchased on Veteran Day? So Star Wars, Lego sets, Paw Control, FIFA, and all of those things. And what is the revenue generated? What is the revenue predicted so far? What is the revenue historical revenue? So this graph basically, it's a very interesting report if you are someone who believes in numbers and data, and want to let's say compare, or let's say understand the movement of the market based on the sales strategy. So considering, let's say, considering the toughest year that humanity has ever seen since the recorded time of humanity, we are still seeing abnormal e-commerce growth. One place we are seeing people not having their jobs and losing on money. The other place we are seeing a lot of expenditure. I was actually going through a report today morning. um, I even posted that on my LinkedIn today. So in India, just between 15th October to 15th November, let's say a day, 30 days span, $8.3 billion were transacted online. 8.3 billion, which is 65% more than what it was last year. So last year it was somewhere around 5 billion. This year it is 8.3 billion. We know COVID has a lot of things to do in this, but you would be surprised. The majority of sales was in electronics category, and that too in smartphone category. So, I was speaking in Meet Magento Singapore earlier this week, and I was actually, my topic was around human psychology and the impact on e-commerce sales. So it's very weird, right? And it actually is pushing me to go deep into how humans think, or maybe while they're purchasing, and do some more study on that one. But see yourself, one side we are impacted by COVID, job losses and a lot of other things happening. Gracious God, we are in IT. We only need a laptop, internet, electricity, and a comfortable chair, and we have our office set up, right? But the overall, it has not been very kind to humanity. But still, in a country like India, out of 8.3 billion, the highest category which is selling is smartphone, and it's weird. I think for me it's weird. I even this report, if you see Adobe's report, smartphones, $27.8 billion, 39%. Like laptop and others. So this is, they have done it basic. They have divided it into different categories, and I shared the link. It's very interesting report if you believe in let's say numbers, studying, because see these reports, somewhere as a developer you might feel, hey, what have I to do with this report? But this is something which drives your customers and their way of thinking or their way of investing. So one way, seeing these reports, you can always target which customer you want to get for your next business or for your next project that you want to go after. So you would obviously want to go after, in today's world, something which is into home decor, something into sports, something into toys. You would not want to go after a customer who is kind of doing luxury fashion brands, because everyone sitting at home and wearing pajamas and t-shirts would not want a luxury fashion brand to be purchased. So this somewhere actually can impact your decision about getting more work for yourself. You can also download this report. I am sharing the report link as well with you folks on the chat, so you can always download this report. You can go ahead, download, and see how 2020 forecast is, and then maybe once 2020 is finished, you can come to this link and see how or how close was Adobe's prediction in this forecast that they did. After this, I'll come to a Magento feature, which is very exciting feature. It's in beta version. I think some of you might have seen it. I'm not sure. It's request only access kind of a thing for now. And as a solution partner, if you are one, you can reach out to Magento or your partner from Adobe or Magento space, and you can ask for early access. So what is this? We all knew and we saw that Adobe launched earlier this year, AI-based recommendation engine. And this has been a very aggressive, or let's say this has been a very important project in terms of the growth of Magento overall. So if you see, there is a new feature that is being added, which is by the name of visual similarity. What it is going to do? So visual similarity is going to give or recommend or allow you to configure product recommendation based on color, shape, size, texture, material, and style. So let's say if your customer is seeing a black shoes, you can actually configure your store, or let's say recommendation engine, so that he can see all the relevant black shoes based on the filter that the customer has done. So this is going to be an interesting, or let's say it's going to be a game changer, I believe, in many ways, because it is going to be something on top of what we already have in terms of the recommendation engines, which are related to the most purchase, most views, trending, right? Bought this, bought that, viewed this, viewed that, and most like. So some of these things, this is certainly going to add more power in the recommendation space. So certainly something I'll recommend you folks to go explore, and if you can get an access from being the solution partner, if you are, you should get one. I see a question. Is it like Sensei? I mean, AI Sensei. Yeah, Sensei is the recommendation, let's say, engine that works behind for all these recommendations that Magento is offering. So all the AI-based recommendation is happening via Adobe Sensei. It's still happening, and the Sensei layer is going to be enhanced for these things. One more thing which I believe maybe you guys might have heard, but I am not sure. Just give me a second. I'll just try to open the slide. It is again related to search. So on that same topic, I wanted to show you another important feature that is being added. I hope you can see a presentation, so which speaks another feature that is being added into Magento and is expected to come in 2021, let's say Q1, by end of Q1 maybe. So this is live search. We have been using live search, and we have been using different products from market like Unbox, and there are a few others which actually works on AI based power search, and you can actually go ahead and configure them to get your search optimized. So now Magento is bringing it within its own ecosystem as part of the AI layer itself. And the best part is it is part of the AI layer. So Adobe Sensei is everything that you hear in the AI is Adobe Sensei working in the backend. So this is going to be an interesting project again. You can actually configure your auto search, auto type, and then there will also be an intelligence working behind based on what the customer had searched last time, and how you want to. So you might have heard the word merchandise. So similarly, the searchandise is the word. So how you want to configure your search results page, you can actually have a control on that, and it would support both GraphQL and JavaScript SDK, so that you can even use it in native mobile apps if you want to. So these two are going to be very interesting, let's say, outcomes in time to come. Let's say in product features that are going to be released. I have also heard a couple of questions from people about the PWA. Where it is, how is it shaped, what is the roadmap? So I would also take opportunity to share with you the PWA roadmap. It's obviously the public view roadmap. So yeah. Just allow me a second to share my screen again, and you can see the roadmap on screens. Why I want to share it? I want this to be with you all. I want you all to know where we are with the PWA and how we are shaping up, and how aggressively this project is being taken care inside Magento and Adobe ecosystem, and how we are planning to ensure that the PWA studio that we have is going to be one of the most robust. And again, I believe everyone in this meetup would agree to the fact that PWA is going to be the future of front end for any e-commerce, be it Magento, Shopify, or any other e-commerce in that case. So if you see 2020, these are the features that are done, and in first half of 2021, there are these features defined. Maybe this slide would give you more of an overlap in terms of what would be available in terms of PWA and what would be available in terms of GraphQL out of box compatibility. So you might have already seen GraphQL is kind of 100% compatible with all the out of the box features that Magento provides. And in first half or let's say Q1, the B2B GraphQLs would be ready and released. And similarly, by first half of 2021, we would have almost all the overlaps between all the B2B features and every other, even including the split payments and multi-sippings ready via GraphQLs for the PWA uses. So yes, I think I just had, as I said, I did not prepare any slides. I did not go ahead to do any. Oh yes, maybe I'll take this opportunity for a shameless self-promotion. You guys can hate me for doing that, but yeah. Just taking this moment. So yeah, this is a channel that I'm trying to establish. My talks so far from different Magento meetup group are here. I'm also going to be starting something very soon. Maybe it could be a video podcast or something that, and then I know I have already spoken with my friend Vinay about it, though we were not able to do it yet. But yeah, this is something I wanted to share with you. Maybe if you feel like, you can subscribe and you can actually see the videos if you want to. No pressure. And I'm not going to pay any money to do that. Yeah. So yes, that's fairly something I wanted to speak of. Again, not taking much of your Saturday afternoon. I would actually want to wrap it up here. If there are any questions related to the things I shared, please feel free to ask. Reach out to me on LinkedIn or Twitter, wherever you want to. Always happy to help. If you have anything, ask, else Mudit will just finish this off now. Perfect, I'm relieved. And people are bored. So Mudit, I think we should now look to close it off.
Thanks.
Your voice is breaking down, Mudit. Are you facing the same internet problem again?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Vikrant, for the session. I think it's a really great opportunity to listen you anytime. And thank you for reminding about the roadmap of the PWA. So we will be able to, even any other developers will be able to check it out once again, so that they will be able to work on that particular section. They will be able to learn that particular part, because PWA Studio is moving so fast for now. And thank you everyone for joining us. Thanks Vijay, thanks Vinay, thanks Vikrant for giving me opportunity to listen to you and to join me on the Magento meetup. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening and rest of a good weekend. Bye-bye.